What is the true meaning of the seed promise made to Abraham? The first recorded promise did not use the word seed, but the idea was there in two ways. First, God told Abraham, I will make you a great nation. Second, he said, in you shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Both of those are in Genesis 12, verses 2 and 3. The great nation promise told Abraham that he would have a lot of descendants. Later passages said his descendants would be innumerable, like the dust of the earth, Genesis 13, verse 16, like the stars in heaven, Genesis 15, verse 5, and like the sand on the seashore in Genesis 22:17. Innumerable, uncountable was the idea. Was God referring to the physical descendants of Abraham? Well, yes. The initial fulfillment of that was in the son of promise, Isaac, then his son Jacob, then the 12 tribes that became the nation of Israel. However, God was ultimately referring to the spiritual children, his church, the people of God that spread across the entire world. That's indicated by the second part of the promise, which explains that greater purpose by looking to when Abraham would be a blessing to all nations. Notice the transition from make you a great nation to in you all the families of the earth will be blessed. That's in Genesis 12, verses 1 through 3. This second idea of his being a worldwide blessing was not repeated to Abraham until about 40 years later, when God stayed his hand from killing Isaac, the beginning of the promised nation. That event, a type of the offering of Jesus, prompted a repeat of both parts of the blessing. God promised to multiply his seed like the stars and sand, and to bless all nations of the earth in the seed of Abraham. That's in Genesis 22, verses 15 through 18. Can we know for sure that God had greater plans for the seed blessing? Well, the answer to that question is found in the New Testament. There we're told that the seed promise of Genesis 22:18 spoke of one person, Jesus. That's clarified in Galatians chapter 3, verse 16. There we're also told that people of all nations, Jew and Gentile, can be sons of God through faith in Jesus. And every Christian today is, by extension, Abraham's seed, heirs of the promise. That's in Galatians chapter 3, verses 23 through 29. So the true meaning of the seed promise is this. Jesus is the promised seed of Abraham that brings God's blessing to all nations. And through Jesus, you too can be a child of God, Abraham's seed. Oh, what a blessing indeed. Are you an heir of the promise? I hope so. And I hope you'll come back for tomorrow's Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.